Hello and welcome to another daily prompt. Today we'll be reading another daily prompt. This is a short story based off the prompt, write a horror or thriller version of a classic Christmas tale. Now, of course, I'm fully aware it is September and it's not Christmas. Also, I don't celebrate Christmas, but that's another story. Please excuse the screaming in the background, but it may actually help to make this seem more exciting. So I decided to base this prompt on the story of the elf and shoemaker. There is also a visual prompt which you can see in the thumbnail of this video. And so let's get into the shoemaker's son. Gather around, child, and let me tell you about how I came to be here. It was 200 years ago, and I worked in my father's shoe shop. Day in and day out, I'd mend and polish the shoes of gentlemen until my fingers bled. My father was getting old, and I had just reached the age of 25 and wanted to do more for the business. No, I wanted to own the business. I grew tired of polishing and mending shoes. That job was for children. I wanted to create them, but father wouldn't allow me. One night, as I was tidying up the shop, a tall man walked in. "We're closed," I said, as I looked up to him from the floor. "You grow tired, dear boy. I can help you take over this place." I prepared to jump to my feet, but he said, "Stay there. If you want my help, you must first help me." Then he slipped out of his shoes and placed them before my face. "These shoes look perfectly polished and not in need of mending. What can I do to help you?" I asked at eye level to the shoes. "I want you to eat them," he said. I laughed, but it soon became clear he wasn't joking. "To create the perfect shoes, you must first become one with the shoes." I knew it was foolish and disgusting, but I did what he suggested. I would do anything to prove my father I could do it. Every night, the man appeared to me with a new pair of shoes, and every night I would eat them. It wasn't long before I craved nothing but the taste of leather. Soon the man began taunting me. He wouldn't take off his shoes until I'd served him in other ways your little mind need not know, nor will it comprehend. I grew thin and sickly, and until one day I collapsed. My father ran into the streets calling for a doctor, and then the man appeared. "I'm a doctor," he said. My dad was relieved and took him to me. The man leaned over me and whispered in my ear. "You have a choice to make now. Either you live forever of nothing but shoes, and your father dies, or you die from your illness and never come to own this business." Without giving it much thought, I repeated, I live. Then the man stabbed my father over and over until he died. "Now drink his blood," the man demanded. So I did, but here's where the man tricked me, child. He dragged my weak body to the basement of the shop and chained me up here. He wanted the shop for himself and had it demolished. He built a hotel in its place and cornered off a section of the garden for me to live in. Every night he feeds me the shoes of sleeping guests. He promised me he'd let me go and let me die on one condition. "What's that?" you ask. Well, it's to eat the flesh of a child.